dear friends, welcome back again. We are so happy you popped over again to see what we are up to today. Of course, for everyone who is new here, welcome. We are Janny and Dyanne, and we hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, of course, we hope you take a little bit of inspiration with you. For everyone who is here and is not subscribed to our channel, we hope you will click the red subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and tick the bell so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. Like we always say, enough talking, let's jump in today's inspiration. So again, you see already everything is on the table for this next DIY. What we're going to use is of course the tumbling tile blocks, but the smaller blocks. They are similar from the Dollar Tree. Of course, on our channels we also used a couple of months ago, we used a lot of the bigger blocks. But now, because a lot of people have the smaller blocks, we do the smaller blocks. So don't get confused if you use the smaller blocks with the DIY, which is made from the bigger blocks. Because I say most of the time, I use the bigger or the smaller blocks. But now we are going to use the smaller blocks only. I have here my container with everything inside we need. Of course, I use the wood glue, but you can use some hot glue, but be careful that it don't fall apart. I have here my scissors, markers, brushes, everything I need. My paint, you can use any paint at your choice. I use most of the time chalk paint, but if you like spray paint or maybe some gold or silver, do whatever you think it's right. Of course, I have here my saucer with a piece of old kitchen towel, which is wet to wipe away the glue. And what we're going to make for today is a kind of a request from Stacy. Stacy, I'm going to make your gazebo. I had to look it up what it was because it slipped my mind, but it is like we call here in the Netherlands a brieeltje. So it's much different than you call gazebo. We call it brieeltje, so it's much different. So I'm going to give, of course, my own twist on it. I hope you enjoy this, Stacy, but of course I hope everyone enjoys it. So it's a lot of fun to make. Of course, I never say how many blocks I use because I don't know how many blocks, but always make sure that you have 4 until 5 packages of tumbling tile blocks, then you always have enough. So enough talking, we are going to go in a hurry in the DIY. You see already I placed on my table the bottom, at least a part of the bottom of the gazebo. We are going to do 12 blocks, and we do this 4 rows of 12. So it's very easy, you just glue the longest side. And don't worry, I'm not going to do everything together with you. But of course, this is a step-by-step DIY. So I'm going to do a lot of together with you. And I hope you have your blocks also on the table and you are doing this right now together with me. That would be very nice. And maybe someday I'm going to do it live so we can really go DIY together with you. But I'm a little scared of doing things live, so because my English is not perfect, and I know a lot of you don't mind, but I know where my things are, what I'm not really great in. So I know I'm not really great in it, and maybe then I'm a little scared that you maybe don't understand me right, and it's just a little bit of scaredness from my side. So you never know, maybe in the future I will, but we will see. But right now I'm always love doing it step by step so everyone can make it their own, because not everyone is a professional and is really great in DIYing. I'm also not perfect in DIYing because a lot of things are going wrong with me, and I also show you that, because no one is perfect. But this is not a channel where you find really smooth DIYs, because sometimes it is one big chaos here. So, and again, the last, and we're going to place them together. So we're going to squeeze them from within like this, or else everything is popping out. We do here the same, squeeze it, and over here, and then squeeze it again, and make a straight line. And like I tell you a lot of times, if you have a metal hook or square, just use it if you like it. I always do it with my fingers, but that's not everyone's thing. So a lot of people like to use something. You see, this one will pop up, and that's not what we want. I'm going to get my wet piece of kitchen towel, wipe away the glue we don't need over here, and then we're going to make a straight line again. So, and then we're going to let it rest for a couple of minutes. So we only waited a couple of minutes and we're going to place 3 parts on the side, and we're going to do some glue on the side because we make one big square, and later we're going to get our saw and we're going to make a shape inside. So again, number 3, and we're going to place it over here, and that's why I only wait a couple of minutes so you can easily fill in the gaps. And see already, don't worry if things fall apart because they will, but it doesn't matter because you still can remove it and you can still fill in the open gaps. Just work with your hands, squeeze it, press it, and make one big piece out of it. And then we're going to let it dry at least for a couple of hours. And you see I have again 4 rows of 12 blocks for the top. We make a piece for the bottom, we make a piece for the top. So we are going to do again the 12 blocks rowing together. We need 11 blocks with glue. I already say it in Dutch. In Dutch we say 11 and you say 11. So it's a little different, but I'm going to finish this all off, and I'm going, of course I do it a little faster because or else it takes much too long of your time. So again, number 11 and number 12 is the closure up. I'm going to squeeze it and I'm going to do the rest a little faster. So now we have our 2 pieces which we made from 4 rows of 12. What we're going to do now, we're going to make, of course this is not the one, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we make a row of 9 and we make a second row of 9. Of course I have to look that I have the straight line, and again over here and another one of 9. So we have 3 rows of 9, very easy, and we're going to glue them also together the same like we did with the other part, because this is also part of the roof of the gazebo. So I'm going to do this also a little bit faster. So I do this row together with you, and the other one will be a little faster again. So we're going to squeeze it, place it together in a straight line, and we're going to do the rest of course faster. So now I also have the top of the gazebo because there will be a bigger one we made and of course the smaller one. Later we're going to cut off the corners. I'm going to place this also aside. What we're going to do, I'm going to make for each corner one pole, if I'm correctly. We call it paal, but I think you call it a pole if I'm correctly. But we're going to do 4 pieces. We do 1, we do number 2, place them together, number 3, and we're going to close it up with number 4. So very easy. We're going to squeeze it, make sure that you have a straight line, and we're going to place it aside. We're going to go for again 1 of 4. This is 1, number 2 we place together, and number 3, and again make sure that you have them in a straight line, squeeze it and press them down. Oh, you see already he is not really willing to glue. Of course I'm going to place this one down. Now already the number 3, and you already guessed for the corners we need of course 4, but you can make them if you want to use more. It's also fine because the middle piece you can totally do the way you want to have it. I do 4 pieces. At least that's what I think right now. Sometimes I change my mind and I do something else. That's why I never can tell you which way and how many blocks I use, because I change up sometimes if I like it another way better. So I'm going to get my piece of kitchen towel. I'm going to wipe away the glue over here, and we're going to let this dry in also. And you see already on the table are the base of our gazebo. We need of course 4 pieces of 4 if everything is correctly. You have a smaller piece of course with 3 rows of 9, and you have 2 planks with 4 rows of 12. So what we're going to do, we are going to place this aside, we're going to go for the corners of this one and the corners of this one. I'm going to do it very easy. You have here a block of 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do from this corner until this corner. So it's very easy. Then you get a kind of a shape like from a beehive, if I'm correctly. I hope I can say it to you. It has a name. Here in the Netherlands we call it honingraat, but of course in Dutch is different than in English. So I'm going to make my lines and I show it to you a little closer. So I did all 3 of them and this is how it look like. So you have just a block of 3 and you're just going to go in half and do here the same. On each corner you do the same. So you do it with the 2 bigger planks and you do it with the smaller one. It's also the same, just very simple. The corners off and you already have your shape. So I'm going to go to my garage and I'm going to cut off very easy. I do it with my jigsaw, but you can do it with any saw and you can also maybe ask someone if you are a little bit scared to do it yourself. It is also you can ask someone. So I'm going to cut them off. Cut them off. So you see already, this is how they turned out. It's a very easy shape to make. We are going to get the smaller one because we're going to make this on top of the bigger one. This will be the roof of the gazebo. So we lay one piece aside. We lay this one over here. We're going to get this piece. What we're going to do, we're going to get our wood glue and we're going to glue 2 blocks in the middle over here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So it's very easy to do, but I'm not going to do them totally at the end. I'm going to do them in the middle of the block. So very easy. We're just going to place it over here. We do this one, and we're going to place this over here, but a little off the ending because I hope I can show it to you. This way, so not totally to the end but a little bit backwards, and I'm going to go around. I do 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. I turned this one and I'm going to place this one over here and of course another one. Look a little bit that you have similar blocks because here it is a little bit more important that you use the similar blocks, and make sure that the opening are also a little bit the same. So I'm going to turn this one, get 2 blocks again. We're going to do over here and I'm going to place this one over here and this one over here, and then I'm going to get both of them in my hands, squeeze it, press it down and make sure that you have both of them on the same line. Of course they can flip away. See already they want to go away. They don't want to glue. They don't really like it. And the last 2 I'm going to do here. Of course, you can do some blocks over here. You can do some beads over here. Do whatever you think it's right. I'm just going to go for this, yeah, how you call it, this shape. But you can do anything you like. So I'm going to squeeze it in again. And I'm going to make sure that I have it in a straight line. And I give it a couple of minutes drying. Before I'm going to let it dry, you see already I have some glue which is popping out. We are going to get a small brush like this one and we're going to work it away because too much glue is later when you're going to paint it not a great idea. So make sure that you do carefully work it away, and especially if you're going to stain it or wax it, then make sure that you sand your piece first before you're going to do the wax on top. So I'm going to let this dry for a couple of minutes and then we're going to glue this on top. So now I have my 2 pieces, the one we just glued, and we're going to turn it over later, but I'm going to paint it first on the inside because I'm going to turn it over. I never get on the inside anymore, so I'm going to do only paint this piece, so not everything, and I'm use my cream color. So I'm going to do the top where he will be glued on and the middle piece over here. Later we do the rest, but of course we are going to do the inside. And I use the creamy color, but of course choose any color you like. So you see I painted the inside of this piece and of course the inside of this piece. What I'm going to do, I'm doing very easy, some glue on the tops of the, at least as my bottle wants to turn around. I'm going to do over here, I'm going to do on the tops here and here and on all 8 of them. So, and then we're going to turn it around and we're going to place it in the same direction. The blocks are going this way and the inside is also going this way. So I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to place it over here. Make sure that you have it in the middle, over here. And then you're going to turn it around and you look for if you really have it in the middle. I have here my line and I have here this line. So I think I'm going to place a little bit this way, not too much, a little, so this way, and then I'm going to let this dry in. So our top is drying over here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my 4 pieces, this 4, and of course this bottom, I'm going to paint them already also in the creamy color, and then we're going to make the little fence around the gazebo. So at least I'm going to make some fence. You can decorate it totally at your own taste. So again, also over here, I'm going to get my cream color and I'm going to go over it and I'm going to paint this in one coat of this color. So I have painted the 4 pieces and of course my bottom. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place a piece of paper kitchen towel over here. I'm going to place this over here so I am sure that everything is steady. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place 2 of my balls, at least I call them this way, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to you have here a little corner. If you're looking, you just did saw off one part of the 3 block over here, and now you have here also a little corner. So I'm going to do some glue over here on this side, and I'm gluing it on the inside of this corner. So this way, this is one, and I'm going to do the second one, and then I'm going to look for how I want to have my fence. So again, we're going to glue this on the inside of this corner, and again sideways, and I'm going to give it a couple of minutes rest before I'm going to make my fence. So I have glued my 2 pieces like you already see over here, and I did them a little bit in a different way because they were much to the inside and I didn't want it. So I just took the half of this side and I just placed it a little like this on the inside. You see it already over here. This is now, I think if you place a block on the side, it is 1 block on the side and I place it in the middle. So, but place them anywhere you like. I'm going to let this dry in. What we are going to make, we are going to make cute little fences for in between. So very easy. We do some glue on this side. We do some glue on this side. And we do it over here, and we do it over here, and now it's very easy. We don't do them totally on the ending, but a little of the ending like this, and we're going to place this one over here and squeeze it. And I did these a little bit this way because I think like this, and I'm going to squeeze it. And I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. So this is how he is looking like. You see already, it's a nice little fence, not too big. So again, we do 2 blocks over here, 1 here and 1 here. And we are going to do some glue on this side and on this side. And this is the last we make together because in totally we need on each side 2 of the fences. So it's very easy. You just make 6 of them. 3 over here, 3 on the top and 3 on the sides. And you can do of course 1 on the front, but I think I'm going to leave the front open. So again, we're going to give it some pressure over here. And we're going to wipe away the glue we don't need over here and give it again a couple of minutes before we're going to paint it. So I make 6 of this one. So I have my 6 little fences and I'm going to make this also in the cream color. But like I told you earlier, just do any color you like. I'm just choosing for this one and it is for you easy to see when I make it in the white color. So I hope you give your own twist on it. Of course, I'm going to paint them all in the white. So I did paint my little fence and this is how he turned out. What I'm going to do, I did take some beads, it's a kind of a diamond bead, and I'm going to glue this in the middle. Very easy, just some simple wood glue on the underside, and the top is open, and you still can use it to do some greenery or maybe little flags. You can do anything with it. So I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure, and I'm going to do all 6 of them with 1 bead, but you can do 2 beads if you like more. It's totally fine. I'm going to do very simple, just a little glue on the underside, the same like I did with the first one. And so I'm going to do all 6 of them, and I'm going to place them in the middle exactly, and I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure over here, and we're going to place it aside, and later we're going to paint everything in the same color. So now we have our piece again like this, and this is the back side, the 2 pieces. And what I'm going to do, place them this way. I'm going to get 2 of my fences and this one, and I'm going to place one sideways over here. This way, I'm just going to do it very, at this moment dry. I don't still, not gluing it yet. I'm going to look for if I like it or not. So that's why I'm going to do it first, always this way. And then if I like it, I'm going to glue it. So I like the rounding. This way, I'm going to get my wood glue. And be careful, I'm turning it over. I'm doing some wood glue on the underside. Make sure that I have it fitting over here. Place it this way, and I'm going to do carefully place it on the side where I want to have it. I need to go a little bit backwards. I'm not going to squeeze it yet because I'm going to, you see already, this is not totally dry yet. I'm going to do some glue on this side, and we're going to place this one also over here, and we're going to place it in between this and this one. And now I think I like where it is standing right now. So I'm going to give it a little bit more of pressure, and I'm going to squeeze it down and make sure that everything is fitting nicely. And I'm going to let this dry for a couple of minutes. Of course, I want to show it to you also on this side, and I'm just going to place them in. Now I'm going to get my other 2 pieces for the ending, and I'm only going to place them where I want to. I'm not going to glue them yet. I'm going to look for where I want to have them. I think a little over here and a little over here, and then I'm going to just place them over here and look for where I want to have my other 2 fences. So do it the way you think. Maybe you want them straight. I don't know if you even want them round. You can also go for a straight line. So I'm going to do the other 2 over here, this in between over here. So you see I have all the little fences inside, and now we're going to take our 2 pieces and we're going to glue them at the ending. And you can do them as wide as you want. You can do them maybe this way, you can do them straight, you can do them any way you like. So I choose my side, and then we're going to place the roof on top. So I have my 4 poles, and I'm going to place them aside. I'm going to get my roof, and you see already the underside of my roof still needs some painting. So I'm going to give this the creamy color like I did the whole gazebo. So very easy, just go over it, and I only need 1 coat. So, and then we're going to place this roof on top. So you see I painted the underside of the roof. Now I'm going to turn it over, and you see already now I have also this side which I need to paint. But I think I'm going to get a couple of my diamond beads, and I'm going to do 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 on this side, 1 on this side, and maybe you can do something in the middle. Of course, you can place 3 in the middle and do 1 on top to make a little in between, and this way. That's what you also can do, but you can do anything you like. Of course, I'm going to do first the sides. I'm just going to do some glue. I'm going to place them over here. I'm doing here the same, but make your own pattern which one you like, because this is not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone is enjoying the way I do it. So make your own twist on it, because I always say I gave only the base, and you can do anything you like. And this way I'm going to do here also a little glue, and this one, and then I'm going to place them together in 1 bundle. in the middle. Give it some pressure. I do it over here, and I'm going to let this dry before I'm going to glue the other one on top. So I did my own pattern on top, and now I'm going to get my chalk paint again, and I'm going to do now the top, and then we're going to, the only thing we need to do is glue the top on our gazebo. So now we have this piece, and we have of course the roof. What I'm going to do some glue on the tops over here. I'm going to do it over here and over here and over here, and I'm going to let this dry in for at least a couple of minutes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place this aside. I'm going to get this one, I'm going to turn over the roof like this, and I'm going to place it on this side, and then I'm going to turn over also my gazebo, and then I'm going to easily can find the middle of my roof, because if I do it this way, it is looking for where is the middle, and if I turn it over, I'm going to place it down, and then I can easily see where I need to glue my gazebo. So I'm going to do it. I take my time for it, but of course I hope you take your time also for it, and you see in a moment now the quick impression. And you see finally a quick impression of my tumbling tile blocks first try gazebo. Stacy, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have something on it. Let me know how yours turned out. And everyone, I hope you give this one also a try, and everyone who is new here, I hope you enjoy what you saw, and if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give us a thumbs up and hit the bell so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. And for everyone who is here only for watching, I hope you had fun watching again. For more DIYs, come on over to our description box, there you find the link for our DIY channels. Hope to see you there. Have an amazing day. See you in the next one. Bye.